What's going on, everybody? This is Ask Ghast number 11. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Edgelord asks, "Why is your name Ghast?" Okay, this is an interesting one. So I originally started on like forums for Fire Emblem hacking, and I needed to come up with a name, and I was thinking of going with my RuneScape name, which was Chickadude. And then I was thinking of going with my second RuneScape name, which was Swagflakes. And then I decided I'm gonna try to be funny and whatever. And I thought of Ghast Station, like the gas station. And it pretty much just started as a pun, and that was it. It kind of stuck for a bit. I went through gas station, like jumping between those two. And then I was just kind of getting like annoyed, mainly because like, I was getting kind of annoyed with just like gas station because I felt like it was a little long. That I found the pun kind of like, I don't know, me personally, I didn't really like it anymore. People still call me gas station all the time, which is fine. I don't really mind. But the reason why I wanted to go with Faerghast was, one, because like for like search engines and stuff, if someone would just say like Faerghast, like I would always appear because I'm the only Faerghast out there. Whereas with gas and gas station, it's kind of hard. It's like if you typed in gas, you get like a bunch of Minecraft stuff. So one was for SEO, another one was for because I wanted to have a namesake that was kind of like really related to Fire Emblem, and I really like the Blue Lions, and I really like Faerghast, the Kingdom, and Dimitri. So I wanted to have something that had to do with Fire Emblem for the first time, because there's no mention of any sort of like Ghast thing in Fire Emblem at all. So Faerghast, which is like a play off of Faerghast, the Kingdom. And even in that name, people can still call me Ghast. And I always jump between both. But I think as far as kind of like an official kind of handle, I like the name Faerghast a lot. Kind of has, to me, it kind of sounds like warrior-ish. You can just call me Ghast and it's fine. And especially now that I have my new channel art, which is Zeke as a blue lion, or like a literal lion dog, I think it really kind of helps fit everything, especially with what I'm working with next, which is kind of a new project. It has to do with merchandise and personal training. So I'm really excited to kind of put those out there once they're ready. I actually have another logo that I had commissioned, but I actually am keeping it on very much the down low. I was going to start my online training soon, but because of the coronavirus and a bunch of universities and gyms closing, I'm probably going to hold off on that for a couple more weeks until everything kind of gets right back up and going again. And then like people are kind of back into the gym and back in universities and whatnot. I don't know how long that's going to be, but I have some other plans for that whole thing. And I'm really, really excited for it. I just have to kind of keep it on the down low for a bit. But yeah, that's why my name is Ghast/Faerghast now. AX31.exe. What do you think of all the Fire Emblem characters in Smash, including the NPC in the background of Garreg, Mach, Monastery as characters? Just if you like them or not. Well, when I was playing Melee when I was super young, I mained Marth, and all I did was just fucking smash everything. Like, literally just C-stick and, like, do the tipper thing. That's, like, all I knew how to do and counter. Like, super, like surface level understanding of Marth. And I never played Brawl, and I never played the Wii U one, because I only had a GameCube, so I only ever played Melee. Then I stopped playing as Marth, and then I went into playing maining Samus. I used to play actually Melee competitively. And when I say competitively, I mean like the Maritimes of Nova Scotia, like competition. So like, yeah, there's definitely some good players, but like no one who is ever remarkable enough to be like recognized. Well, actually there was one guy who might be recognized, who I am friends with. So he might be actually, I don't know how far along he is now, but he was really, really good. And he plays Ultimate. So he's probably, I don't know, the most recognizable name if I said it. Yeah, his name's Raziek. He's from Cole Harbor, I think. I don't know. We talked about Fire Emblem sometimes when we were both in Halifax. And oh yeah, the question. Fuck. I like him. I mean, it's cool. I mean, like, I don't really play enough Smash to like have a negative take on like how some characters are like copies of other characters, or like how they're echoes or whatever. I like the representation. I think they deserve to have the representation. It's a really great series. And yeah, I mean, like there's a kind of a narrative that kind of goes around where it's like people don't like more Fire Emblem characters, but or they meme on sword characters, but like, I mean, I never really like. I kind of understand the argument, but I also like would counter in saying like so many other fighting games have just like hand-to-hand combat with different fighting styles. Like, you know what I mean? Like different, you know, like Dragon Ball Z Fighters, like Street Fighter and stuff. They're all like fists to cuffs. You know what I mean? But they all fight differently, which makes them unique. So you can have the same thing with sword characters. Like, I don't see how this is like a very big problem at all. Like, they all have different properties. I mean, yeah, they have like moves that copy over each other, but for the most part, like, they're different enough characters. And I mean like sword characters. I know Fire Emblem characters have like Chrom and Roy being super similar, and Marth and Lucina being super similar, and Ike kind of being his own thing, and Corrin and Byleth being their own thing. I don't really mind it. I mean, I'm kind of still waiting for Dimitri. I'm just kidding. He'll never make it. JB, would you ever change your name back to Faerghast to Ghast Station or keep it as Faerghast? As far as I know, I'm probably going to just forget about Ghast Station altogether. I with the channel art and like with my direction for the channel, I'm content with just being known as Faerghast or Ghast. To me, it's easier. And yeah, that's kind of my take on that. I would like, don't expect me to ever go back to Ghast Station. But like I switching between Faerghast and Ghast, or like Faerghast being like the official one, and then Ghast being kind of like, hey, Ghast, that's cool. Like that's fine. Yeah, it's like a nickname basically. Celery McGee, what is your morning routine when you wake up? Have you ever used Crest mouthwash? So when I was working in my real person job, I had a good enough routine where sometimes I would have clients at 5:30 in the morning. So on Mondays and Wednesdays, I'd wake up for like 4:40, like literally 4:45, get ready for work, and then come back home, get a nap in, and then come back to work for 10, and then kind of go out throughout the day. And other days I would start at 11, other days I would start at 10:30. Nowadays, I'm actually just trying to actually find structure and routine again. One of the biggest challenges, in fact, probably the biggest challenge of having been let go, and trying to like get my shit together, is actually getting a structure back. Because nowadays, I used to, when I first got laid off, I was going to bed at like 3 and 4 in the morning, and I was like, I just lost all motivation to do anything. Like I was in a real bad, I mean, I still am in a pretty bad spot right now. But when I lost my job, I was a total disaster. Holy shit, it was bad. I'm slowly kind of getting back up with these new kind of projects I'm trying out. But structure is definitely the number one thing that completely just lost. Like it got just lost after that. Like, I mean, I structured my entire like life around my work. And when you have such a huge kind of like thing that just vanishes, it's like you have to like reevaluate your entire life. It's fucked. Oh man, it was rough. And I use Crest mouthwash sometimes. Doggy poo, what would you do for a Klondike bar? I would pay money for it, but I don't like Klondike bars that much. Those are the minty ones, right? I think so. Yeah, I forget what they even are. If it were to or Logan Belcher, if it were to happen, what do you think future DLC for Three Houses will look like, and what would you want? I think it'd be cool if they went to like Echo style DLC where they kind of had like side stories. I don't really care. Like I'm cool with the alternate universe stuff that they did with Cindered Shadows. It was kind of weird at first, and I kind of wish they integrated the Ashen Wolves in a more kind of canon-ish way. Like if you do the Cindered Shadows, they actually appear and like they're coming from there to there, but they don't do that. So I would like more of that, and maybe some expansions on the other territories like Elmira. Maybe we get Holst as a fucking person for once. All the other like non-mainland places and their stories would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I think. Cole Lamson, why are you so much chiller than other Fire Emblem YouTubers? That's an interesting question. So like, I think I don't know. I don't want to like talk shit about my friends, but I think like with Mangs and Chaz, well, Mangs has gotten like way more chill over the years. Like he's really someone who kind of matured, and instead of having like, instead of being really, I guess, like picking every fight, he's really calmed down, and he's just now he's just a guy trying to like make fucking content again. And he's been doing this for like a year. He does get himself into trouble, but it's way more like chill than other times he's gotten in trouble. There were points where Mangs and I stopped talking. Like we literally got into arguments, and we were and like even over Facebook, like the Fort Mangs or whatever. Like we would get into like arguments, not like super like huge arguments, but we'd get into like heated-ish discussions about like what he was doing and stuff. And I think if you ask him now, he'd look back and say like, I wish I didn't do that, because like those kinds of things, like people will still criticize Mangs for things that he did like years ago that he's like definitely wouldn't do again, and I'm pretty sure has apologized for. But yeah, and I mean, Chaz is like the most, I don't know, Chaz is I don't know what goes on in his head. Like he's super funny, and like in person he's hilarious, but man, he is like off, like he is just like wild sometimes. I just don't know. Like he's a guy who like just doesn't care. Like he cares, but he doesn't care. Stevie like is really, really chill. He's like, I would say like as far as like the chill meter goes, like one extreme is like is like Chaz, and the other extreme is like Stevie, and then I think I'm more chill than Stevie is. No, I shouldn't say that. I think I have more chill like Twitter takes than Stevie does. But he's like, as like kind of like his his personality is very kind of like level-headed and like very like mature, which is really good. Am I answering these questions? Why am I so much chiller? I don't know. I guess it like just has to do with me like always trying to like take YouTube with stride. And like I've always had the understanding that like someone is gonna like, I mean, people, I don't know, YouTube is a thing where like people like look at you and like they like watch what you're doing and stuff. And like I always grew up like kind of always in like leadership-ish kind of roles. This is gonna, I don't want to sound like super cocky when I say this, but like being like captains of basketball teams and stuff like that, like it just it does well to like just try to be as good natured as you can. Like I don't know, it's just so much easier to like be chill than it is to like have these crazy takes and stuff. I don't know, I just always have been that way. Like there's too much in like fucking work and school and like sports and real events and stuff that's like that requires like more hardcore-ness. And when it comes to YouTube, like I just want to chill, man. Like that's pretty much it. I just want to fucking relax. Life's too stressful already. And there is often times where like I will have like I will see something either from a peer or like from some random guy that kind of like sets me off a little bit. But I've learned to just kind of like rein it in and be like, you know what? Do I really want to involve myself in this? Like at the end of the day, do I really care? Like, is this going to affect me in a week? Like that's kind of like been my my perspective on a lot of things. Like if this is going to get me like heated, then like I don't want to get involved. Like just let me stay in my lane and let me talk about Fire Emblem and do whatever you want to do. Yeah, that's pretty much like, sometimes I do go off though, and I usually kind of regret it because it's like, I don't know, when I get mad, like you guys might not believe it, but like I actually do get like, I kind of have anger management problems, like very, like you wouldn't be able to tell, but like I can get very like angry pretty quick when it comes to like a lot of the things in like the real world. But I've learned to just like, when it comes to like the internet, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna get riled up over this, but I do get riled up over a lot in in my day-to-day and like in my life and stuff. Fuck, that was a long-winded answer. Well, there's your answer, I guess. Opinions, Corey Knopp, opinions on best boy Caspar. He's good. I mean, not really as a unit. He's one of the worst units in the game. As a character, he's really fun. I like his voice a lot. He's very like, it's kind of like nasally, but it's kind of goofy. I don't know. I think he's really chipper, and I like Caspar. Antonio Liba, does Ghast ship Raphael and balthus balphael? No, I don't. Gustavo, tell us, what is your favorite Fire Emblem soundtrack? I think I said it was a toss-up between Path of Radiance, Echoes, and Three Houses. Green TO9, how many languages do you speak? English and French. Son Goku SSJG asks, why are you the best Fire Emblem YouTuber? Also, who is your favorite FE7 lord? FE7 is my favorite FE, mostly because of the characters and the gameplay being fun. I think Hector is my favorite, followed by Eliwood and Lyn. Or maybe like, I don't know. When I wrote the Eliwood support science, like at that time he was my favorite, but since I've done the Hector and like I've watched Dimitri and I'm working on that script, which is taking forever, and like I did the Lyn support science, like I think for me it would go Hector first, and then I don't know, between Eliwood and Lyn, I'm not sure who I would say as my second. Probably, I don't know. I have confirmation bias when it comes to Lyn because I did that more recently. So maybe Lyn first? Or maybe second? I don't know. Why are you the best Fire Emblem YouTuber? I think... how do I answer this? I think when it comes to everyone, like... when it comes to kind of like what I can do as a YouTuber for Fire Emblem, I think I'm kind of the most well-rounded. Like I can do serious content. I can do scripted content that's like chill and funny. I can do shit posts. Like I've had some pretty like fucking hilarious and like memorable shit posts in the past. I haven't done one in a long time, but yeah, those are great. I've like dipped my toes in like skits. And then on the kind of the more professional side, like of course like the support science or like super epic extra contents that are like hours and like dozens and dozens and dozens of hours. Voice acting like professionals interviewing professionals in the industry like has been a really, really big thing for the channel. And I think as far as kind of like being able to deliver as much as I can, I feel like I can do that the most. And I think as far as like a personality goes, I feel like I might be the most kind of like relatable or like kind of personable, I guess. Like just interacting with the community and stuff and that kind of shit. I feel like I feel like I'm kind of the most approachable one. But that again, not to knock against anyone else. I just feel like kind of as far as the Fire Emblem YouTubers go, I feel like you know who, like you recognize my face. Like I'm pretty transparent with most of the things I do. Like have Q&As all the time, interacting with the community, that kind of shit. But yeah, I guess that's why. Hey, are you ever going to start? Why does everyone ask about OnlyFans? Are you ever going to start an OnlyFans? We would like to support you so you don't have to work as much while you're in school. I'm not in school. I am taking a nutrition course. But if you want to support me, I have a Patreon linked. 3 tiers. Mercenary, Lord, and Great Lord. Great community there. We have Discord calls pretty frequently, so if you ever want to like talk to me in person or like with my friends in Discord, it's a private Discord, and that's kind of your best bet to do that. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. Danny Arcana, if they made a randomizer for 3 houses, would you do it, and what route would you do? Oh hell yeah, I would do that for sure. I would probably do Black Eagle's route, honestly. Swordmaster 1 week ago. Favorite FE games of all time, maybe a top 5 in no particular order. Okay, thank you for saying no particular order, because I'm so bad at this. I would say Gaiden, Echoes, 3 Houses, FE7, and I'm gonna say Fates. And I say Fates because I think the gameplay of Fates, for Conquest specifically mostly, and the amount of like depth you can get into that game is like really remarkable. So I guess Conquest would be like, that would be a part of the top 5. Golden Pincers. Are there some FE couples or pairings that you really like? Either in-game canon or S-support pairings? I don't know. Off the top of my head, probably like Erica Ford, Xander Nix, Kenneth and Oscar are really good. That's a pretty obscure one. Garreg and Tethys, obviously. Kind of wish Nime and Yoder would like kind of get back together after FE6, but like they don't, which is really, really sad. Hector and Lynn is a big one for sure. And then, yeah, it's kind of off the top of my head, be that. And I think that does it for these questions for the day. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this Ask Ghast 11, be sure to leave a like and comment down below and comment your thoughts on maybe some of my answers. Whenever you like and comment, it really helps the searchability of videos, so it kind of reaches out more people. And if you want to support me, like hey asked, I have a Patreon link down below. And yeah, if you want, and if you haven't been subscribed to me yet, but you kind of see my videos in your feed a lot, definitely consider subscribing, because I'm not going anywhere. And so there's more videos going to come out, and your subscription would actually mean a lot. It really shows what direction I should be putting my channel. Like what are the videos that make people actually want to click and like hit the bell and hit all notifications. So if you are a non-subscriber and if you've been watching my videos consistently, please seriously consider subscribing. It would mean a lot for me personally. So yeah, if you guys, I guess that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in part 12. Deuces.